Hi, Julia Watts here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Continuing with stencil techniques. Today we're going to be looking at stencils and powders. So to begin with, we're going to look at the Sentimentally Yours Radiant Lustre Pigment powders. This is the Sentimentally Yours Extravagance stencil, 6x6 stencil. And we've got a piece of super smooth watercolour card here. And we're going to pop our stencil in place, and we're going to take some powders. Let's start with Orchid Whisper and a Cosmic Shimmer soft brush, and we're just going to sprinkle the powders over. And the Radiant Lustre Pigment powders are a mix of pigment and mica powder. So the pigment gives you the colour and the mica powder gives you the shimmer. You don't need to wash your brushes, just give them a bit of a wiggle. The top on. We're going for kind of pinky purple tones here. This is Perfect Plum. I'm going to sprinkle some of that over too. Okay, and then finally we're going to go for Lilac Bouquet, or Bouquet, however you want to say it. Nice mix of colours. I like these colours together. I normally go for blues, but purple's lovely too. Right, I think that's plenty. I might put a little bit more up there. Plenty. Now, where to walk away, Julia? Right, then we're going to give it a mist with water. You see, I've got a big mat underneath here to try and contain the mess. And the water will help fix it. And also you can see it's moving the colour around a bit. So the more you spray, the more it's going to move, and it may well seep underneath. So we'll pick this off now, and that's what we've got. Some areas that's quite deep with powder, so that might not set, so I'm going to just give it a mist from above, which will make it fan out a little bit. So we put that aside to dry somewhere. Don't know where to put it. And then we've got all this on our stencil as well. I'm looking for the, there we go, kitchen roll. This is wet here. And then we're bringing another piece of card. And we're going to, well, there's two choices. You can either take the card to it, or you can take this to the card. So we're going to do it this way. And take another piece of kitchen roll. And give it a good old press. So this is going to give you the opposite to what you've got with the first print. This is kind of the negative, if you like. Lift that away. Cool. Loving that. It's not dry yet, obviously, but when it's dry, you're going to get a shimmer on that as well. Really cool. I will show you them when they're dry as well. That's number 2. Try not to put things so that I get a dirty floor. So that's going to get cleaned off in a bit. You could go again, but that's not going to be a super duper print. So that's your Radiant Lustre Pigment powders. Now we're going to go for Pixie powders, which are from Creative Expressions, and we will stick with Sentimentally Your stencils though. This is the Mechanation, and do exactly the same thing, but this time we're going to use bronze blush, and you will find all of these products, including the Pixie powders, on my website. So lots of tapping. You don't need a brush for this because it's got a fine nozzle. Bronze blush is fabulous because it just splits into lots of different colours. We could just do this one actually, but I'm going to add some more colour in as I can. And Pixie powders, they are a mix of pigment, dye and mica powder, and it's the dye, the ink that's in there, that gives you that burst of colour. This is purple violet. I've not used my Pixies for quite a long time. I used to absolutely love them. Took me a while to find them actually. That's purple violet. And then finally we're going to bring in a little bit of teal wash. So you can hear that noise in the background, that's the cat snoring. That's a bit of teal wash. Then we do exactly the same thing. Give it a mist with water, and you can see those colours wake up because they're quite bland in the tub, but once they wake up they are very cool. Okay, I think we're good there. I think we've misted everything. So we're going to lift this off, and that's what we've got there. Really cool, and you can do this on top of your texture powders too. So that's that one. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to do a print as well. Another piece of card here. There are other powders in the Pixie line. There are Pixie bursts, and they are just dye powders. It might be dye and pigment actually, but they don't have any mica in. They came around after I stopped working directly with Creative Expressions for the TV. And they're in the Jamie Rogers collection, and then there are also the Pixie Sparkles, which have got more sparkle to them. So if you want more shine, you can go for Pixie Sparkles. Obviously the originals were the Pixie powders. That's quite nice as well, isn't it? So pick this off. And look at that. That's quite wonderful, isn't it? Loving that. Loving that. So we've got 4 backgrounds. Obviously they're all wet, so I can't really lay them on top of one another. And we've got this one, and we've got the other one, which I put somewhere else. Let's bring this one in. They won't take ages to dry actually, because it's the watercolour card. So we've used the Lustre powders on the first 2 and Pixie powders on the second 2. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, you'll find everything on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk. And do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I love to read your comments, and I like to know whether you find these useful or not. And so thank you for watching.